was going to leave this spot about 3 days ago. I'm camped back there where the dust cloud is. But in a place like this, it seems like there's never any excuse to find anything less to do. But there's always a good reason to find something else to do. So, and the light really is incredible today again, even though it's really windy where I'm camped. So today I'm going to go look for an ATV trail. This is not fake or staged, and where should it be? Just like all of the stuff that's going on in Ukraine isn't staged. Unless you are a Trumpist, of course. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is this. Don't know what it is about Bud Light or Bud Light drinkers. Actually, one of them isn't even opened. So maybe they lost it. If I was a reasonably good person, I would now pick them all up and carry them back 30 miles. So this is the end of pavement. And the beginning of this ATV trail, and I have no idea what's up there, except it seems like it should be a great vantage point onto Notch Mountain. Not only did the GoPro break off for the first time yesterday, the mount also broke for the first time. So I always forget something, and I forgot the duct tape. So I couldn't fix it with duct tape, but I found some shoe glue. And if that doesn't work, I'll have to do the next exercise in my beginner's book of GoPro exercises, which is to mount it on a helmet. Looks like a pretty nice bike route for an ATV trail, I would say. So far anyway. Don't know if you would call this gravel biking or mountain biking. I call it Kleinmonter biking. Just because you fall over the handlebars every once in a while. Only happened once to me, and I never broke any teeth, unlike other people who are more into single track than I am. I never thought of this, but with a GoPro or any other camera, you always have somebody to talk to on a bike ride. More Bud Light, along with some other famous mates. Ultralight, Michelob Ultralight, and in the same view is this. All right, getting a little gravelly here. Here's a nice rideable stretch again. Or I should say, faster to ride than to walk. Because rideable implies some kind of rider or riders. So it has to be relative to a person. And we'll assume, I guess it would have to be me. But it's still, oh, big pile of horse shit on the right. But still, if you say it's faster to walk or than to ride, well, I guess it means that too, because some people could probably ride it faster than walk it. I'm just kind of trying out what it's like to tell everything, to tell all your thoughts to the camera. I'll be over this phase in an instant. But the scenery is nice here. If it goes to the top of something, it can really only get nicer. Back to the gravel and the stream bed. Yeah, I think these are wild horses because there's just too many piles of horse manure. If that was farm animals, they'd be up here by the Spanish Armada. And there's even a city back here. Now look at this. It's look at all this commerce going on. There's a gate here, a gate to the city where they're hiding things, and here we have some heavy transport going on. The top of the mount, much like the Acropolis. They didn't build anything up there yet though. Seems all the activity today is on the southern side facing the sun. I'm beginning to think these horse manure piles and these ant hills are related, because there is really a lot of both of them. And they're all very active. Well, I mean, the ants are more active than the horses. So far I haven't seen any horses. Now if you were an ant, this would be a drone shot. But, alright, I'll try to keep those kind of remarks down a little bit. Wow, there's really something happening here. I'm just testing the wide angle property, the close-up properties of this wide angle lens. One stream bed later. Hey, this is going downhill. I don't want to go downhill though. There was a junction back there. I think I'll check that out. I guess that much for the Shugu on the GoPro mount. So I forgot the duct tape. I did bring some zip ties, but I forgot I brought them. I just found them. Don't think this is going to work, but hey, it's worth a try. Okay, so I'm walking again, but at least I'm still walking with my bicycle. Keeps the camera steady, but that may end soon. Whoa, what's that mountain range back there? I really don't know. Closest thing, my closest guess would be the Pavant range. They look like that too. Let's see if we can get them a little closer. Okay, so of course this is not the Pavant range. It's just that they look so completely different than they did during that road ride on US 6, because it was so hazy then. This is Great Basin National Park, or Mount, what is it, Baker or Barker? One or the other. Still lots of snow up there, 13,000 feet, over 13,000 feet high. I think GoPro makes most of its money through the accessories. I'm beginning to see how you really need them or want them. I'm still holding this thing in my hand right now. And wish I could say my bicycle is on my back and carrying it over this mountain, but that's obviously not true. I think that's where the original road slash ATV trail would have gone, but I turned around because it went downhill. That looks like a real interesting road too, but on a day like this with light like this, I'm kind of glad I went this way. Looks like this is the top for the day. No idea if it's got a name. One of many small, unimportant hills, mountains. Above Tule Valley, between Mount Baker and Notch Mountain, Tule Valley, or Tule Valley for all I know. I think the rest of the time I'm going to use a longer lens. Who needs a trail if you have terrain like this? But that's just one reason why I like this kind of terrain. You just see so much more. And if there's a tree, it has a special shape or a special form that is in relation to the landscape instead of a huge canopy that you don't ever see anything through. So another day that went really differently than first expected or planned. The plan was to somehow go over that road and then end up down in the valley. So I can't cross that one off my bucket list. That brings up a real interesting idea about bucket lists, at least interesting to me. So this thing about bucket lists has been bugging me for a while. So bear with me. It's really all just background to this descent footage. Horse manure coming up, followed by huge ant pile. Again. Anyway, so clearly this was a worthwhile venture today, and it would have been a bucket on my bucket list of things to do had I known about it, but I didn't know about it. So just because you don't know that a bucket exists doesn't mean you can't put it in the accomplished bucket list, right? So I actually did add an item to my accomplished bucket list, even though it was never on my list of things to do on my bucket list. But hey, I didn't know about it, so what can you do? So I think there's a positive value to things on the bucket list, no matter whether they're unaccomplished buckets or accomplished buckets, right? And I think the value of both is positive. So when you but they're probably at different values, because if you move an item from the unaccomplished bucket list into the accomplished bucket list, there should be a positive value. So unaccomplished buckets have a positive value as proved by the trip today, but the value is less than the same item in the accomplished bucket list. Because otherwise there would be it would not be worthwhile doing anything in the bucket list. All of this is very perplexing, I think. So, but anyway, the best kind of venture is if you accomplish something and you find additional buckets, because not only do you then achieve a positive value. Here's more horse manure, just to the side. Now that one is definitely a big pile, so that means they are wild horses, because they like to build big piles in order to mark their territory. I learned that on a ride in Wyoming. There's abundant footage there on how to interpret horse manure. It's near Green River. But back to the buckets. Or what would be the value of a really great hike or bike ride in terms of buckets? Well, it would be to put something from the unaccomplished bucket list into the bucket list, but in addition finding additional unaccomplished buckets which could later be accomplished. Because that way, since they all have a positive value, everything positive counts, right? So that's all about that topic. Probably more than enough, eh? This is actually a pretty nice bike ride in the down direction. End of gravel, beginning of bicycling again. So to sum up the day in two nice formulas: list of accomplished buckets is equal to list of previously accomplished buckets plus 1. List of to be accomplished buckets is equal to list of to be accomplished buckets of yesterday plus minus nothing. Even though one bucket acquired a lot more concreteness. I mean, I now know how to do it. I now know where the route is. So actually there has been a slight change in the value of one bucket to be accomplished. And that's the end of the unpaved section. Oh, I forgot to mention it. Trying to figure out how these buckets work was definitely on my bucket list of things to be accomplished. I don't know, should I move that now into the list of buckets that are accomplished, or has it not been done satisfactorily?